What's up, wrestling fans? My name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka Wakanda Snatch One, because I got plenty go around. This is my WWE Raw review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please will watch the video from all the way from the beginning to all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content when I give you guys a full review, not to have for my review. Follow my social media down below in the description and go check out my WWE Money in the Bank review and highlights I did on the channel. All right, without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE Raw was a good show, and I give it a 7 out of 10. Now, WWE Raw was live from Phoenix, Arizona. Commentary tonight with Michael Cole and Ray Barrett. Alright, Dead Now Forever Together. The WWE video leads us into the show. Pre-show arrival was WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch is shown walking into the Phoenix Arena. WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella is also shown arriving. She returns tonight. The ring general is shown walking and going through a challenge main event Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship later tonight. Jey Uso is shown arriving alongside his son. Video highlights from WWE Money in the Bank. Alright. Undisputed WWE Champion John Cena appears. This was a good segment between John Cena and CM Punk. Undisputed WWE Champion John Cena makes his way to the ring with his colors entrance. John Cena slowly walks to the ring with a last time is now towel draped over his shoulders. Raw ring announcer Alicia Taylor does his elongated 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 introduction. John Cena gets loud boos as he holds up the undisputed WWE Championship. John Cena takes a microphone and John Cena takes a microphone and a dueling chant picks up for him. Half the crowd thinks he sucks, on the other half is encouraging him. John Cena says the crowd teaches him something every time they open their mouths. What they taught him at Money in the Bank is that the truth is a lie. They opened their mouth and wasted their energy on a sideshow comedy whose greatest achievement and pretending to be John Cena. They thought they did something good. The crowd chant, "We want our truth." John Cena asked if they thought that accomplished anything. They are spineless keyboard warriors, ignorant armchair active activists. They do not have they do not have any real power to change anything. The crowd boos. Cena says, "Our truth is a gimmick they will spit out a year from now. They won't care about him. Our truth is we'll never use Cena to benefit one of his garbage pity parties again." John Cena is frustratedly screams that this is retirement tour. He has limited time. He had 36 dates. The last time they counted was the Raw after WrestleMania. It was on 27 days. Since then, he's been to many other places, bringing the total down to 19 remaining dates. They are halfway done. If they want to accomplish something, they shouldn't waste their voice to send him to class clown. They should use their voice to send him competition. Everyone they have cheered for our truth, to Cody Rhodes, to Randy Orton. He has shut their mouths and beaten their best. CM Punk music hits. CM Punk comes out to a huge ovation. CM Punk gets in the ring and gets in Cena's face. Grabbing before grabbing a microphone, a loud CM Punk chant picks up. CM Punk asks John Cena if he is comfortable comfortable comfort comfortable CM Punk wants him to CM Punk wants him to be comfortable because he has a lot of things to get off his chest. He he is prepared to have the conversation with his fist, but John Cena will listen to what he has to say one way or another. Ironically, Cena is strapped up. Not Cena, saying he ruined wrestling and the establishment. They made him who he is. Then you have CM Punk seamlessly defending the establishment. The more things The more things change, the more they stay the same. CM Punk isn't defending the establishment. CM Punk isn't standing for TKO, defending the billionaire. CM Punk here, CM Punk is here to defend the people. I like that about CM Punk. CM Punk is defending the people. All right, let me continue. CM Punk asks what John Cena is what CM Punk asks what Cena is so mad about. He is mad that the establishments picked him, but not the people. They picked him in 2011 to be the voice of the voiceless. Cena is saying he hasn't had the best, but he has Cody Rhodes. It's the best they got. John Cena beats him because he takes cheap shots and shortcuts. CM Punk isn't here to kiss his final boss, you know what, like Cena. CM Punk is here to let him know that the people are his booze. CM, John Cena holds up the title and shakes his head. CM Punk says it's his job to give them what they want. If they want the hard truth, they are going to get Ron Killings. They all spoke on the will. It's time CM Punk taught John Cena that he just a spoke on a will too. It started with him taking the title off John Cena's shoulders. The first time they lock up at Elimination Chamber, CM Punk felt it was different. Seth Rollins stumped him, and John Cena didn't hesitate. John Cena told him to anguish that he's sorry. John Cena knows that knows what he's doing isn't right. The crowd chants, "You sold out." John Cena somberly looks down. When CM Punk takes the title, John Cena will spend the rest of his days cross, crisscrossing the country, apologizing to the people for the man he's become. That title is corrupting him. CM Punk shoves him. CM Punk knows the same belt turned him into a monster in 2012. When he came back to WWE, he had a list of goals. Holding the title isn't one of them because he's afraid of the man he'll become. That's the chip everyone wants. If you can accomplish it, CM Punk has to become a monster to stop the monster. To John Cena, a guy like him, and Seth Rollins, that title is a chip that means more power and control. To CM Punk, the title is something that belongs to the people. John Cena stares at CM Punk as dueling chants start up again. CM Punk says, by his count, John Cena has 18 days left. With the bit of respect he has left for John Cena can pick the date when CM Punk takes the title off his shoulders. If John Cena is any type of man, if he's more Boston Red Sox than New York Yankees, Cena will say the date is tonight in Phoenix. John Cena sneers as a yes. Chant picks up. John Cena says John Cena CM Punk one final match, the best of the world against the greatest of all time for the undisputed WWE Championship. Let's do it. The crowd wars, but John Cena smirks. John Cena says, "Not tonight. No, no, a match. He says, "No, a match like this, you're gonna follow me and to Saudi Arabia. We're gonna, we're gonna, we're going to do it at Night of Champions. The ball is your court, hero." Cena holds the title up. Seth Rollins music hits. Mr. Money in the Bank held the. I'm sorry, Mr. Money. Seth Rollins music hits. Mr. Money in the Bank heads to the stage with Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Big Bronson Reed by their side. Seth Rollins is dressed in all green, matching the colors of Money in the Bank briefcase. Seth Rollins simply holds the briefcase up, warning John Cena and CM Punk that he is always lurking in the background, ready to take the title. This was a good segment between John Cena and CM Punk. Alright, strong opener to WWE Raw with John Cena and CM Punk heading towards one final match at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. That got some noticeable groans from the crowd. Solid promo work from both. This was a good segment between John Cena and CM Punk. That's just my opinion. I'm going to stand on it. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett welcomes us to the show. Pat McAfee has the night off. We have a first Fatal 4-Way match in the Queens of the Ring tournament. Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan, and Bronson Perez are battling for a spot. On the men's side, Wild General Manager Adam Pearce reversed the right to add another superstar to the tournament. Sami Zayn, WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker, and Penta will battle in a first round Fatal 4-Way match in the King of the Ring tournament. Chad Gable makes his way to the ring alongside the Creed brothers. He'll battle AJ Styles next. So we go to commercial break. Replay last Monday on Raw. El Grande Americano used a loaded match to beat AJ Styles to earn a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. All right, let's move on. So we get the first match. Chad Gable accompanied by American Made Brutus and Julius Creed versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. This was a good match in my opinion. This, they circled the ring and lock up. Chad Gable hooks a side headlock, but AJ Styles twists out and applies a side headlock. Gable whips him off and hits an arm drag. AJ Styles answers with an arm drag. AJ Styles hits a second arm drag, but Gable soon hits a drop toe hold and applies a side headlock. AJ Styles whips him off, leapfrog him, and connects with a drop kick. Chad Gable rolls out of the ring to recover. AJ Styles sees a plancha but lands on the apron when Chad Gable moves. Chad Gable quickly clips AJ Styles' knee and hits a T-bone suplex on the floor. So we go to commercial break. Back from the break, AJ Styles clotheslines Chad Gable down. AJ Styles connects with an avalanche in a corner before lifting him. Chad Gable slides off and goes for a kick, but AJ Styles counters into a torture rack bomb for a 2 count. AJ Styles grabs Chad Gable and grabs Chad Gable and sets up for a Styles clash. Chad Gable gets out of it and drives AJ Styles on his head with a German suplex. Chad Gable goes to the top rope and connects with a flying headbutt for a near fall. Chad Gable heads to the top rope, but AJ Styles cuts him off. AJ Styles connects with a power bomb before going for a Styles clash. Brutus Creed distracts the referee as Julius Creed pulls AJ Styles away. AJ Styles hits Julius Creed with a sliding knee to the chest before hitting Brutus Creed with a diving forearm. AJ Styles knocks Chad Gable back and goes for a phenomenal forearm, but Chad Gable picks the ankle and applies the ankle lock. AJ Styles turns over and tries to kick Chad Gable away, but Chad Gable keeps the hold applied. AJ Styles manages to twist out and rolls him over before hitting the Styles Clash for the win. The winner by pinfall, AJ Styles. This was a good match. Alright, good match with AJ Styles going over Chad Gable. The El Grande the El Grande Americano stuff is a lot of fun. I wonder how much life they can get out of it. The commentators were good with it. The hashtag WWE Raw. So we go to Gorilla Position. Liv Morgan is warming up when Watson Press walks up. Liv Morgan silences her and says she will advance in the tournament. Liv Morgan will win and defeat Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. Watson Perez says they're on the same page about bringing the title back to the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan tells her to stay out of her way. Watson Perez says, "May the best woman win." Liv Morgan says, "I will," before leaving to make her entrance. The Queen of the Ring first round match takes place next. Commercial break. So we get the second match. So we get the Queen of the Ring tournament. Um, Fatal four way match. WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez versus Kairi Sane versus Rhea Ripley. This was a good match and the right person won, which is Roxanne Perez. Yeah, this was a good fatal four-way match, but the right person, but Roxanne Perez was the right person won. But I just don't understand with Roxanne Perez. Why is Roxanne Perez always screaming in every match? I just don't understand that. But this was a good fatal four-way match. Alright, the bell rings, and Lil Morgan pushed Roxanne Perez away. Kairi Sane goes after Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez jumps on Rhea Ripley's back to save Lil Morgan. They team up to take Rhea Ripley down. Kairi Sane tries to intervene, but Lil Morgan and Roxanne Perez gets the better of her. Kairi Sane soon fights back and hits a double head scissor takeover on Roxanne Perez and Rhea Ripley, knocking them out of the ring. Rhea Ripley soon attacks Kairi Sane and kicks her down. Rhea Ripley hits a basement dropkick on Kairi Sane for a 2 count. Rhea Ripley powers Kairi Sane up and goes for a delayed vertical suplex, but Kairi Sane slides out. Kairi Sane misses a backhand but connects with a blockbuster for a 2 count. Kairi Sane goes for a wheelbarrow bulldog, but Rhea Ripley counters with a front slam. Rhea Ripley boosts Kairi Sane away. Roxanne Perez charge, but Rhea Ripley gives her a back body drop over the top rope. Liv Morgan attacks Rhea Ripley and avoids an attack from Kairi Sane, forcing Kairi Sane to hit Rhea Ripley instead. Liv Morgan knees Kairi Sane in the face. Rhea Ripley then grabs Liv Morgan's head. Roxanne Perez quickly pulls Rhea Ripley off. So, Rhea Ripley punches her away. Liv Morgan goes for a code breaker, but Rhea Ripley counters out. Rhea Ripley goes for a whip time on Liv Morgan, but Roxanne Perez clips the knee. Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan hit a double team code breaker slash slide leg sweep combo on Rhea Ripley. Kairi Sane comes off the top rope with a cross body block attempt on Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. They catch her and press her over the top rope onto Rhea Ripley. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Kairi Sane is taking it to Liv Morgan. Kairi Sane walks to Plank and hits Liv Morgan with a sliding forearm in the corner 1-2. Roxanne Perez breaks up the pin. Kairi Sane reverses a whip on Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez tries to counter it to a roll up, but Rhea Ripley stuns her with a dropkick. Liv Morgan quickly attacks Rhea Ripley and hits a springboard codebreaker 1-2. Kairi Sane breaks up the pin. Kairi Sane hits Roxanne Perez with the Alabama Slam. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." Kairi Sane goes to the top rope, but Liv Morgan cuts her off. Kairi Sane punches back and headbutts Liv Morgan away. Liv Morgan quickly stuns her with a punch and grabs Roxanne Perez. Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez set up for a double team superplex on Kairi Sane. Rhea Ripley runs over and powerbombs Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez down. Kairi Sane takes a million years to reposition herself as Rhea Ripley petulantly ways to eat a flying forearm. Kairi Sane picks up a 2 count. Kairi Sane and Rhea Ripley exchange strikes in the center of the ring. Kairi Sane picks the leg and kicks her in the neck. Kairi Sane hits the wheelbarrow stunner and covers 1-2. Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez breaks up the pin. Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan drives Rhea Ripley into the corner and stumps away at her. Roxanne Perez kicks Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan is bleeding from the nose. Roxanne Perez kicks Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan hits Kairi Sane with a backstabber. Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez celebrate until they see Rhea Ripley pull herself up. Rhea Ripley hits Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan with a clothesline before dropping Roxanne Perez with a drop kick. Rhea Ripley hits Liv Morgan with a dragon suplex. Rhea Ripley then strikes away at Roxanne Perez before hitting a follow-away slam. Kairi Sane comes off the top rope, but Rhea Ripley avoids the attack. Rhea Ripley boosts Kairi Sane down and headbutts Roxanne Perez. Liv Morgan goes for Oblivion, but Rhea Ripley holds the ropes. Rhea Ripley clubs Liv Morgan and hits a riptide 1-2. Raquel Rodriguez pulls Rhea Ripley out of the ring. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez brawl at ringside until Kairi Sane wipes them out with an insane elbow off the top rope to the floor. Kairi Sane goes to the top rope and hits Liv Morgan with an insane elbow 1-2. Roxanne Perez breaks it up and rolls Kairi Sane up for the win. The winner by pinfall, Roxanne Perez. This was the right decision by WWE by having Roxanne Perez win. But the Fatal 4-Way match was good, but I just don't understand why is Roxanne Perez just screaming in every match. I just don't get it. Alright. Decent Fatal 4-Way match with Roxanne Perez stealing the win. The Phoenix crowd didn't give them much to work with. They were quiet for a long stretch before a light. This is awesome chant pickup. Karizane hasn't been good since coming back. So slow on her stuff. This was a good fatal four-way match, but the right person won, which is Watson Press. But Watson Press needs to stop screaming in every match. It's getting annoying. I just don't understand it. Alright, so video package World Collides highlights. Backstage segment WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch is walking backstage. She walks she walks by Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, who are in an argument. Commercial break. Backstage, World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso is pacing backstage. He'll defend the title against Gunther. Locker room segment. Gunther is showing stretching with an exercise band and in the locker room. At ringside, John McKeever and Steve Gerben, the creators of Netflix, tries wave to the camera. Video package. WWE Hall of Famer Fearless Nikki Bella highlight reel. Backstage segment. Natalia and Maxine Dupree are talking with Nikki Bella backstage. Nikki Bella hugs them before walking off. Nikki Bella walks up to Women's World Champion Io Sky, who is trying to console Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane sadly walks off. Nikki Bella congratulates Io Sky on being a great champion. Io Sky says Nikki Bella paved paved the road for them. Nikki Bella thanks her and walks off. All right, so we get the new Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch addresses the addresses the crowd, and this segment right here, yeah, this segment right here, this was a solid segment in my opinion. All right, Women's Intercontinental Champion, the man Becky Lynch heads to the ring. Becky Lynch asks why the crowd isn't chanting that she deserves it. Becky Lynch doesn't need them to do that because she knows she deserves it. She should be celebrating after her incredible victory on Saturday. It's so hard for her to celebrate something new after everything she's done in her career. She won every other title multiple times, including the Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chamber, being the first woman to main event WrestleMania, being a New York Times best-selling author, and now Women's Intercontinental Champion. This should be an opportunity to celebrate because the title is meant to be an opportunity. The greatest opportunity that the title got was when she won it and welcomed it to the big time. It is the greatest prize in wrestling because she owns it. She should have spent the weekend enjoying with her hot husband and beautiful child, but that discussion, that this generous shame to her hometown. Bird Lady Lara Valkyria is ruining everything. She was so furious that Becky Lynch was the better woman. Becky Lynch thought Lara Valkyria had dislocated her shoulder, raising her arm. As the bigger person, Becky Lynch tried to extend the to stand to extend the olive branch. Becky Lynch claims Lara Kira tried to kill her. Becky Lynch called out the crazy bird lady to demand an apology and raise her hand right. Lara Kira heads to the ring looking frustrated, looking infuriated. Becky Lynch waits for Lara Kira to get in the ring, but she suddenly blindsided by Bailey. Becky Lynch attacked Becky Lynch attacked Bailey from before WrestleMania, costing her a match at the show. Becky Lynch would ultimately take that spot. Becky Lynch tried to escape the ring, but Lara Kira sends her back into the ring. Bailey goes for a roll slam, but Becky Lynch gets out of it and escapes through the crowd. Bailey is fired up. I believe, and I'm glad that Bailey got her get back on Becky Lynch. I believe that I believe that Becky Lynch is going to retain the Women's Intercontinental Championship at Night of Champions. But I can see that Bailey is going to defeat Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. I can definitely see that. That's just my opinion. But anyway, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett discuss what just happened when a masked figure gets on the commentary table, it's revealed to be R-Truth. This was a good segment by R-Truth. R-Truth tells them not to let anyone tell them they don't matter or they or their voice don't matter. They listened, they felt, and they understood. R-Truth says he's back because of the people. The crowd chants R-Truth. R-Truth says they brought him back. They wanted the truth and they got it. They won. R-Truth is back for the people. He's back for himself too. Not only did they bring R-Truth back, they got him back. So W crowd, that R-Truth is back. W crowd. They all love R-Truth. He loves him as well. But R-Truth can be too funny at the same time. R-Truth can be too nice to forgive and not him. I wish you would. R-Truth says he feels different and alive. For anyone who thinks he's a lie, a size how act or a gimmick, he removes a pair of scissors from his pants and cut off his braids. I like that about R-Truth that he cut off his braids. The crowd chants holy you know what. He holds up his braids and says, the truth has set me free. I am Ron Killings. I am the truth. The whole truth ain't nothing but the truth. Now put some respect on my name. Ron Killings walks off as the crowd cheers him on. This was a good freaking segment by Ron Killings. They bet WWE has to do something with Ron Killings, man. This was a good segment by Ron Killings, man. And W Ron Killings for cutting off his braids, man. W Ron Killings and W Crowd. We won. We got our truth back. They say that he was released, but WWE played us all by bringing our truth back. So I don't trust TKO on this one. That's all I gotta say. TKO, you suck. That's all I gotta say. But I'm glad our truth is back. The Ron Killings is back. W segment by Ron Killings by cutting off his braids, and W Crowd for bringing our truth back. We won. That's all I gotta say. All right. Great surprise to bring Bailey back to attack Becky Lynch, but they quickly upstaged that return by having our truth come out, cut off his braids, and declare that he is now Ron Killings. I guess we'll be getting more serious one with him. Hashtag WWE and Ron Killings is very serious. So I like this real serious of Ron Killings. So that's all I gotta say. Ron Killings is always gonna be always gonna be my goat in my eyes. All right, let's move on. Backstage segment. WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio is warming up when Finn Balor and JD Madonna walks up with JD Madonna. Finn Balor asks about him getting into the King of the Ring tournament. Dominic Mysterio says Finn Balor has his chance and didn't think he minded him entering the tournament. Roxanne Perez walks up and Finn Balor says things are coming together. Lil Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez walk up. Lil Morgan is furious. Roxanne Perez says she helped Lil Morgan out by not letting Kairi Sane pin her. Lil Morgan isn't happy and walks off. Finn Balor tells Dominic Mysterio to talk to her, but he says he got a match. Dominic Mysterio runs off and Finn Balor snickers. Um, I believe that Liv Morgan's going to leave the Judgment Day. I can definitely see that. All right, let me move on. Penta makes his entrance. We have a first round match in the King of the Ring tournament next. Commercial break. Video package. Mr. Iguana highlight reel. Private suits. All right, Mr. Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins says he is inducting an all-out assault on both world champions. Whether they take it by victory or heist, absolute power will be theirs. Braun Breaker smiles and barks. Bronson Reed passed the money in the bank briefcase as Paul Heyman smiles. All right, so we get the next match: King of the Ring tournament, first round fatal four-way. Penta versus WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio versus Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker, accompanied by Paul Heyman. This match was amazing. But Braun Breaker continues. But I praise Braun Breaker for what he does in the ring. He got great ability and he's very good in the ring. But this was a good fatal four-way match. All right. The bell rings, so Dominic Mysterio immediately gets out of the ring. Penta takes the opportunity to hit him with a top con Helio bomb breaker, attacks Sami Zayn, and powers him to the corner for some shoulder thirds. Braun Breaker connects with an overhead belly to belly suplex. Penta enters the ring and goes for a suplex crossbody, but Braun Breaker catches and slams him down. Dominic Mysterio turns him around, but Braun Breaker hits the ropes at a crazy speed and turns him inside out with a clothesline. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Penta punches Braun Breaker to the corner. Braun Breaker quickly hits Penta with a belly-to-belly suplex before punching away at Sami Zayn in the corner. Braun Breaker then chokes Dominic Mysterio in the corner and throws him across the ring. Sami Zayn quickly hits him with a right hand. Dominic Mysterio follows up with a jawbreaker. Penta then super kicks Braun Breaker. Penta, Sami Zayn, and Dominic Mysterio clubs away at Braun Breaker. Dominic Mysterio then pushes Sami Zayn out of the ring and rolls Penta up for a 2 count. Penta hits a running hurricanrana on Dominic Mysterio and kicks him down before hitting a handstand slingshot corner drop kick for a 2 count. Sami Zayn grabs Penta for a blue donut bomb, but Penta blocks it. Sami Zayn grabs the arm, scales the ropes, and hits a tornado DDT on Penta. 1-2. Dominic Mysterio breaks it up. Sami Zayn turns his attention to Braun Breaker and punches him in the corner. Braun Breaker explodes out of the corner and slams Sami Zayn before punching away at him. Braun Breaker leans Sami Zayn against the ropes and shouts, "You guys actually like this bomb." Paul Heyman shouts instructions break to Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker punches and knees Braun Breaker in the midsection. Braun Breaker stomps Dominic Mysterio. Sami Zayn punches Braun Breaker, but Braun Breaker throws him to the apron. Braun Breaker charges, but Sami Zayn pulls the top rope down to get him out of the ring. Sami Zayn hits Braun Breaker with a springboard sit out moonsault. Penta then comes off the top rope with a crossbody block. Sami Zayn, Dominic Mysterio hits Penta with a suicide dive into a DDT on the floor. Dominic Mysterio celebrates before turning into a diving clothesline off the apron from Braun Breaker over the commentary table. Commercial break. We return from the break to see Braun Breaker attacking Sami Zayn on the top rope. Sami Zayn punches him down. Dominic Mysterio attacks Sami Zayn and goes for a superplex, but Penta runs over and hits Dominic Mysterio with a running powerbomb. Braun Breaker then scales the ropes and crushes Sami Zayn with a Frankensteiner. All four men are down. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." Braun Breaker and Penta are the first up and exchange strikes in the center of the ring. Penta unloads on him and hits the ropes, but Braun Breaker hits him with a high knee. Braun Breaker hits the ropes, but Penta super kicks him. Penta hits the ropes, but Braun Breaker military press him. Penta counters into a DDT. Dominic Mysterio pushes Penta out of the ring and covers Braun Breaker for a near fall. Sami Zayn runs in and goes for a blue thunder bomb on Dominic Mysterio, but Dominic Mysterio blocks it. Dominic Mysterio starts up the three amigos, one amigo, two amigos, some ground rating, and Sami Zayn counters into a blue thunder bomb. 1-2. Dominic Mysterio barely kicks out. Sami Zayn sizes Dominic Mysterio up in the corner and charges for a Haluva kick, but Penta intercepts with a super kick. Penta hits Sami Zayn with a sacrifice, followed by a Penta driver. 1-2, and Dominic Mysterio breaks it up with a rub, but he over o- over overdates Penta. The referee won't count. So Dominic Mysterio gives up. Penta kicks Dominic Mysterio back in and hits a reverse sling blade. Penta connects with a Mexican destroyer on the Intercontinental Champion. Penta cross over and covers 1-2. Dominic Mysterio kicks out as Braun Breaker was late getting there for the breakup. Braun Breaker punches away at Penta and stomps Dominic Mysterio. Braun Breaker sends Penta out of the ring and pulls the straps down. Braun Breaker exits on the opposite side of the ring and runs around the ring for a huge spear on Penta. All of a sudden, LA Knight appears at ringside and hits Braun Breaker with the blunt force trauma on the floor. LA Knight leads through the crowd in the ring. Sami Zayn hits Dominic Mysterio with an exploder suplex into the turnbuckle. Sami Zayn follows up with the haluva kick. 1, 2, 3. The winner by pinfall. Sami Zayn. This was a good fatal four-way match. But what was LA Knight doing on Monday Night Raw? I guess he was tired of dealing with the bloodline on SmackDown, so he came to Monday Night Raw and attacked Braun Breaker. So that caught me off guard. Why did LA Knight show up to Monday Night Raw? But who knows? But I know Braun Breaker's gonna get back on LA Knight. But anyway, this was a good fatal four-way match. But Sami Zayn won. Alright. A good fatal four-way match with Sami Zayn picking up a huge win the King of the Ring tournament. The match was so good they pulled this disappointing Phoenix crowd into it. Great surprise to see LA Knight. Alright, backstage segment. Captain Kelly asks AJ Styles about his victory over Chad Gable. AJ Styles says he can't enjoy it because he can't stop thinking about last week. Chad Gable, rather or not be, has a mask on, is on of the best in the business. Last week, Seth Rollins had his lackey Paul Heyman threatens him. So you also have the Judgment Day running their mouths. AJ Styles doesn't care about how they conduct their business. If you mess with him, you'll get punched in the mouth. If you don't believe him, ask Chad Gable. On the second thought, AJ Styles will tell him himself. Captain Kelly goes to throw it back to the arena, but she sees a developing story on World Tag Team Champions. The New Day are talking about Grayson Waller, who shout who shouts he's Austin Theory. He's holding him back. Grayson Waller walks off. She asks when they defend their titles next. Kofi Kingston says they successfully defended their titles 2 weeks ago. Xavier Woods says they need clear contenders. They care about the titles. Kofi Kingston says everyone should be thankful they have champions like them. Xavier Woods tells Captain Kelly and everyone in the arena to get down on their knees and thank God for the new day. Captain Kelly asks why they're deflecting, but Kofi Kingston says they won't answer any more questions. All right, let's move on. Backstage segment. WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella is walking backstage. She'll appear next. Commercial break. Video package. WWE is returning to Las Vegas for a second year to present WrestleMania 42 in 2026. All right, this is gonna be the second year in a row that we're gonna go back to Las Vegas and WrestleMania 42. Video package. Asuka is returning next week. Oh, I cannot wait to see Asuka back in action when she sees Stephanie McCure in the ring. That's gonna be lit, man. I'm locked in for next week on Monday Night Raw. It's gonna be a good show next week. Next week on Raw, Asuka will battle Irina, Raquel Rodriguez, and Stephanie McCure in a Queen of the Ring first round fatal four-way match. We'll also see Sheamus, Russo beat Bronson Reed and a mystery person battle in the King of the Ring first round fatal four-way match. Now, I definitely know that Asuka's going to win next week when she comes back to Monday Night Raw next week. She's going to win next week on Monday Night Raw. Watch, I tell you, and I'll call it straight down the middle. All right. WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella returns to Raw. I was so happy to see Nikki Bella. You can look, but you can't touch. WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella returns to Raw in her hometown of Phoenix, Arizona. Nikki Bella shatters around the ring and pose. Nikki Bella says it's good to be back home. She thinks the WWE universe and the Bella Army. She misses everyone a lot. Nikki Bella is here to talk about something very special that is happening next month. It's been many years. But next month, WWE is holding an all women's uh, freedom premium live event, WWE Evolution. She remembers being in the main event of the first one. The women's division has come so far. The talent Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and the newcomers and Roxanne Perez, Stephanie McCure, Nikki Bella pronounce her name as Vacque and Julia. There is That was a botch by Nikki Bella when she tried to pronounce Stephanie McCure's name. There is so much talent in the locker room that isn't that's insane. She can speak on behalf of the women of the past. They that they couldn't be proud of where their of the women's are now. Lil Morgan storms out to the ring. If Nikki Bella is going to talk about the best woman in the division, she had better talk about Lil Morgan. Lil Morgan says she is the most talented woman in this division. She's proven it again and again. She said she was the women's world champion all of last year. She is the first and only women's crown jewel champion. Lil Morgan is breaking records as a tag team champion. Nikki Bella is lucky that she wasn't around during her career because she had her beating her for the title. As Nikki Bella was talking, Lil Morgan realized why she don't mention her. Nikki Bella is jealous of her. Lil Morgan has everything Nikki Bella doesn't. Lil Morgan has respect as champion and a man. Nikki Bella did. Nikki Bella looks disgusted with Liv Morgan. Nikki Bella says she gets it. Liv Morgan lost tonight and is angry. It's a bad night for Liv Morgan. Speaking of Liv Morgan's man, Nikki Bella is just trying to figure out who she belongs to who he belongs to. Is it Liv Morgan or Roxanne Perez? Nikki Bella tells Liv Morgan to congratulate Roxanne Perez on her behalf for taking her match and her man. Nikki Bella goes to leave, but Liv Morgan stops her. Liv Morgan says she's still a champion. All Nikki Bella will ever be is a reality. She's show diva. Nikki Bella angrily enters the ring, but Nikki Bella takes her out with the oblivion. Liv Morgan shouts that this is her division before storming off. Well, it looks like we'll be getting Liv Morgan versus Nikki Bella at WWE Evolution. Who wants to see that? I don't want to see Nikki Bella versus Liv Morgan. And I guarantee Nikki Bella's gonna go over Liv Morgan. I guarantee you. Super cringe super cringe when Nikki Bella mispronounced Stephanie Valkyria's name. That's like females Hulk Hogan territory. But which is I agree with that. But don't nobody want to see Nikki Bella versus Lil Morgan at Evolution. Now there are some rumors there are some rumors that's going to be that Nikki Bella's partner is going to be Brie Bella at Evolution. I can definitely see it. Some people say it's AJ Lee, but it's not. But it's going to be Brie Bella. That's going to be Nikki. That's going to be Nikki Bella's partner. I guarantee you. I think AJ Lee is going to be the announcer for Evolution. All right, let's move on. Replay. Highlights from the verbal confrontation between Undisputed WWE Champion John Cena and CM Punk from earlier tonight are shown. John Cena will defend the Undisputed WWE Championship against CM Punk at WWE Night of Champions. All right. Video package. Last Monday on Raw. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bray Bronson recently attack World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso. This past Friday on SmackDown, Jey Uso was thoroughly attacked by John Cena and Logan Paul. Then on Saturday at Money in the Bank, Jey Uso was physically roughed up in his match as he teams with Cody Rhodes to defeat John Cena and Logan Paul. The ring general Gunther heads to the ring. The main event is next. Commercial break. Arena concurs. Arena concurrence. I'm sorry. World Heavyweight Champion main event Jey Uso is with his son. They have a big crowd with him. Main event Jey Uso makes his entrance with his son. The entire crowd yeet with him. Yeet with them. I'm sorry. So we get the main event of the evening. So we get World Heavyweight Championship. The Ring General Gunther versus main event Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso. This was a boring main event match. The same way that Jey Uso beat Gunther at WrestleMania, it's the same thing it's the same thing that Gunther beat Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw. But this time Jey Uso did not tap out. But when Jey Uso beat Gunther at WrestleMania, Gunther tapped out. the same way that Gunther beat Jey Uso, but this time it's different. Jey Uso passed out. He did not tap out, but he passed. But Jey Uso passed out. But this was a boring main event match. The bell rings, and this rematch from WrestleMania 41 begins. The crowd loudly chants, "You tap out!" at Gunther. They circle the ring and lock up, but Gunther quickly locks the head and hits a takeover. Jey Uso gets out and goes for a sleeper hold. He forced Gunther to tap out at WrestleMania 41, but Gunther gets out of it. Jey Uso blocks a strike and punches him before attempting the sleeper hold. Gunther slings him off. Jey Uso goes for a super kick, but Gunther quickly sacrifice, uh, scarf, sacrifice out of the ring to save himself. So we go to commercial break. This should have been a picture in picture match right here. Picture in picture commercial. The match on the left side and the commercial on the right side. They should have did a picture in picture right here. That's all I gotta say. But let me continue. But that's just my opinion. I'm going to stand on it. Back from the break, Jey Uso pushes Gunther away and heads to the top rope for a cross body block for a 2 count. The damage from the past week is showing as Jey Uso holds his midsection in pain. Gunther sits up and sees that his opponent is not at 100%. Gunther smiles at his good fortune. Gunther kicks Jey Uso in the ribs a few times, crumpling the World Heavyweight Champion. um, Gunther rips Jey Uso's shirt off, revealing that his ribs are heavily taped. Gunther attacks the ribs with some heavy knees and a backbreaker. Gunther stomps the ribs. Jey Uso fights back for some right hands, but Gunther takes him down with a vertical suplex. Gunther rolls Jey Uso over, and drives a knee into his back. Gunther rips the tape off Jey Uso's ribs and stands over the injured champion. Gunther delivers a stiff knee to the ribs and kicks him. Gunther continues to attack and whips him hard into the corner. Gunther charges, but Jey Uso sidesteps him and attempts the sleeper hold. Gunther the ropes, gets to the ropes. Jey Uso hits Gunther with a German suplex to buy himself some time to recover. Jey Uso realized Jey Uso sides Gunther up for a spear, but Gunther counters with a sleeper hold. Jey Uso slings him out of the ring and goes for a suicide dive, but Gunther punches him in the face. Jey Uso reverses a whip into the corner. Jey Uso goes for a slam on the floor, but Gunther counters with a German suplex on the floor. So we go to commercial break. Back from the final commercial break of the evening, Gunther attempts to suplex Jey Uso. Jey Uso blocks it and attempts a suplex a few times before finally hitting Gunther with it. Jey Uso grabs his ribs in pain and tries to catch his breath. Both men get up and exchange strikes. Jey Uso takes them down with a step up insecurity. Jey Uso goes for a running hip attack, but Gunther ducks it. Gunther goes for a sleeper hold, but Jey Uso slings him off. Gunther quickly drops Jey Uso on the apron and applies a sleeper hold. Jey Uso pulls Gunther over to the top rope and dumps him to the floor. Jey Uso hits the ropes and connects with a suicide dive. Wade Barrett says that Jey Uso's best best bet might be a double countout. Jey Uso goes to get into the ring, but Gunther cuts him off and drives him into the barricade. Gunther then gives him a back suplex on the edge of the barricade and puts him in the ring. Gunther heads to the top rope and goes for a splash, but Jey Uso gets the knees up. Jey Uso hits the ropes and connects with a spear. Jey Uso's head to the top rope and hits an Uso splash. 1-2. Gunther kicks out. Jey Uso cannot believe it, but pulls himself up in the corner and waits for Gunther. Jey Uso charges for a spear, but Gunther turns him inside out with a clothesline. Gunther goes for a powerbomb, but Jey Uso counters with a hurricanrana into a cradle for a 2 count. Jey Uso super kicks Gunther and applies a sleeper hold. but Gunther counters with a back suplex into a backbreaker. Gunther connects with the powerbomb for a near fall. Gunther cannot believe Jey Uso kicked out. Gunther goes to the corner and smiles as he watches Jey Uso struggling to get up. Gunther shouts for Jey Uso to get up and connects with a huge spear. Jey Uso on move. 1, 2, Jey Uso kick um um what's that? Jey Uso Gunther shouts for Jey Uso to get up and connects with a huge Uso spear on on move. 1, 2, Jey Uso kicks out. Alright, Gunther looks down at the World Heavyweight Champion and gets to his feet. Gunther grabs Jey Uso and crushes him with a standing lariat. Gunther talks a little trash. Jey Uso shoves him. Jey Uso absorbs a pair of standing lariats. Jey Uso shows him, dunks a lariat, and applies a sleeper hold. Gunther shoves him off and looks locks in the sleeper hold. Jey Uso drives him into the turnbuckle, super kicks him, and hits a spear. Jey Uso heads to the top rope and dives for it in Uso splash, but Gunther rolls out of the way. Jey Uso grabs his injured ribs in pain, screaming. Gunther then grabs him with the sleeper hold and grabs the body. Jey Uso rolls over and reaches for the bottom rope, but Gunther rolls him to the middle of the ring. Jey Uso gets to his feet and reaches, but Gunther pulls him back. Gunther drops down and grabs the body as he changes in the sleeper hold. Jey Uso is struggling and rolls over, fighting up to his feet, but Gunther drives him back to the mat and keeps the sleeper hold applied. Jey Uso still tries to get up as Gunther elbows him in the head. Jey Uso manages to counter and applies a sleeper hold. Jey Uso keeps the sleeper hold applied and chanced it in. Gunther managed to slip out of the hole and elbows away of Jey Uso's chest. Gunther puts the sleeper hold back on and grabs the body. Jey Uso is fading as the crowd chant Yeets. Uso pass out and the referee calls for the bell. We got a new World Heavyweight Champion. The winner by referee stoppage and the new World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General Gunther. Ring General Gunther. Like I said this before, Jey Uso passed out on Monday Night Raw. Just like Jey Uso made Gunther tap out at WrestleMania 41. So that's the difference between Jey Uso made Gunther tap out and Gunther made Jey Uso pass out. That's the difference. So that's all I gotta say. But this was a boring main event. But but I was so I was so kind of disappointed that WWE made Jey Uso drop the World Heavyweight Championship back to the Ring General Gunther. But WWE, do not book Goldberg versus Gunther at Saudi Arabia for the World Heavyweight Championship. If that happens, if WWE book Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Champion, I am going to make a video and I'm going to freaking crash out. And that's all I gotta say. Showstopper TV said the same thing why he went live today. So shout out to my boy Showstopper TV. He said the exact same thing. If Goldberg, if WWE booked Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Champion, by having Goldberg take the title off of having Goldberg take the title off of Gunther, Showstopper TV says he's going to crash out as well. He's going to make a rant video about it. So WWE, please do not, and I repeat myself, WWE, book do not book Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Can you imagine Gunther dropping the title to Goldberg? That's gonna be a god awful decision. Oh my god, man! Please WWE, do not make this happen. Please do not have Goldberg take the title off. Please do not have Gunther take. Do, please do not have Gunther drop the title to Goldberg. Please do not do this, WWE. I beg of you, do not do this. But anyway, let me continue. Gunther posed with the World Heavyweight Championship as Protectness goes off. Jey Uso lies at ringside as his son consoles him. we got a new World Heavyweight Champion crown on WWE Raw tonight. Gunther has defeated Jey Uso. The title has changed hands on a television show for the first time since Big E won the WWE Championship on Raw in 2021. That is facts by itself. But man, let me give my opinion. Now WWE Raw was a good show, and that's all I gotta say. And that's just my opinion. I'm going to stand on it. WWE Raw was a good show, and I give it a 7 out of 10. But do you remember when Kofi Kingston put his WWE champion on the line against Brock Lesnar, and Kofi Kingston lost it to Brock Lesnar in 5 seconds? But man, Jey Uso has held the World Heavyweight Champion in 51 days. It's been 51 days that Jey Uso has held the World Heavyweight Championship in 51 days. But WWE made Jey Uso drop the title back to Gunther. That sucks, man. The Yeet movement is over. Like I said, the Yeet movement is over, but I still support Jey Uso for what he does. And I'm going to continue to support my boy Jey Uso for what he does. But man, so WWE has made Jey Uso drop the World Heavyweight Championship. WWE has made Jey Uso drop the World Heavyweight Championship so you can save it for Goldberg. That don't make any sense. Show me how that makes sense in the comment section. Who wants to see Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship? I don't. Just like I don't want to see Nikki Bella versus Liv Morgan at Evolution. But that's crazy, man. If WWE somehow made Goldberg win the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther, I am going to crash out. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Raw review on highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content that I do on the channel, where I give you guys the full review, not the half of my review. Alright, this your Big Boy Snapshot TV. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I will see you guys tomorrow live on YouTube for some WWE NXT watch along. I will see you guys tomorrow for my WWE NXT watch along and reactions. That's all I gotta say. So be there. I will go live on YouTube at 7 o'clock p.m. on YouTube tomorrow for some WWE NXT watch along live reactions. That's all I gotta say. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.